Mebekasa kakra about the exchange rate. Under the MPP, as at today, after 8 years in office, we have mismanaged the city.
Bawumia pa enti unfel. Sesama enti unfel. Aye ngwase. Aye nyame na aye Bawumia.
They are, what is it called?
The Electoral Commission is not prepared.
Yansamo info nyina kwaba ebiem emra dwumadie so aka less than 1 week na o my Ghana ye kwakoto aba na enumu ena ensama efi Electoral Commission aso ye banabusia ense ani aya nyan political parties bi wo mubo fu sanse eniema omunu se isi no ye no ense etwetwe nsamba quick one commander kodin komo a odimu info eba na fe no bibia aye kama eno achi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say odi abufuo emre kakra kai oba beye dollar no ho adwuma sanse in 2016 enunti ena nanadodan kwakufuado ekofa no ba enenso ekame akwese eniema binti na ma eniema akwachew edi amano ama Ghana fo na chese ye di na tempa na no mu ena ahye na bufuo a sisi ame no kasei Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wakoko din komobi afa economy no any dollar no ama chese baby adena dundianse abusia ano ya de commander
yeah
but right udi kan dey free Electoral Commission
okay
ense bebre efi o eba eno achi no ye beba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de no sunti na so efo se montam tuku sanse Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nkomo no so ense
hoshi pa yeah
nse eho no amanfo wonse bebre ebisa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
yeah
yes and the quick one any can rock it will be nothing Russell.
Well, right, I mean, was Naja, yen shed you may say, na yenny a juma win through, as I say in Yapa. The writer, a jabo, dear drew dear ja, or ye baby drano, as I say about one a drudgery. Now, ahead of election, no, and now controversial incident to be a man Hosua, I must say, dear, maintain me say any break. And abem. Now the writer said here in Samana Quaco, and say, but shall say, a free Electoral Commission. So, yes, I said, Electoral Commission, boy, I'm an ballot papers. No, I am ready. Yeah, and what she in Sambia Saba Bontisa from Sockets here about ballot papers. No one, I could find you are so Ediaba. Now, the writer, some of Bawumia at the picture we have to. The writer, Michelle said, the free high said, Electoral Commission, after some distributive ballot papers, and various regions and constituencies. Every year, and then Kraba is certain from Swaba, some constituencies be any regional areas be a what the other say and say, I get a fufra, and to me and to the Bio Honso Swa, a short yeah, and so. Now, writer, a mission sent from through Western region. As I say, allegations, the drops about Yen say and a month of a TSC. The writer Western region, and Memphis East, a whole Electoral Commission chairman said, parliamentary diano, and so do draw medical. And so voter register now. Electoral Commission aye dia ko nipa dodo a omudi omombeto abano ballot papers omo printed ko no enso the writer ofri amanfi Easter na ukọ Greater Accra the writer lada de kotopon constituency ho de presidential any parliamentary enso the writer Greater Accra biem Tema West presidential enso Tema West ho parliamentary enso aside that Greater Accra ho biem ayewa so West Wogon ayewa so right parliamentary and so na eno de presidential no eyoki right ofra ayewa so West ya now Kolekrote na Kolekrote constituency so parliamentary no eno so enso right aside that you be call Western North region se hwene ne important right se hwe so parliamentary enso na ofri ho na akọ Upper West ya right Lora constituency presidential fort aba papers na ya printing him parliamentary fort abem the writer ukọ Upper West ho a jirapa ehonso presidential mfomso aba papers na ya printing him ya yentimi anyusu the writer Upper West ho abiem Lambusi constituency presidential mfomso abem na wo free ho a wakọ Bunu East na Bunu East region so writer Techiman South parliamentary Techiman South de no Kintampo North parliamentary writer Kintampo South parliamentary and a Pro East also so parliamentary and from Swabam way a Electoral Commission list on the buy said constituencies some from Swabam ni na they are quite sa list whereby in it writer before say list we be ba no and a concern between kan ba say electoral commission ayem from so voter region and electoral commission you to say ampa voter region about 6 constituencies omo ballot papers e de koe no ebi o ba 4 to aba ho a yentimi fa to aba na ebi nso wo ho a enso nti amanfo di san komo no ene ma opposition party ene opposition candidates no e di anibre ko electoral commission so ene yisi e release the list we so ba say enye voter region ko a na other parts of the country upper west region greater Accra western north ene blue eastern so enfum so e bia koso na the right amanfo di nkomo pa
nkomo di amanfo di pa
because the opposition party for no e kan say ase ade no mo hwa voter region
and nka me beka say mantia Ashanti region di o
because omo concern say voter region last election omo na we ni ho greater Accra last election omo na we ni
ya beka ne say de obobo nyina no eye NDC for stronghold
director sani e
but MPP stronghold ni de and say
you okay
bibia you okay
na
area ba ne say
bibi ti say Bono East upper west vote ni susa but say no mpo esha no mbo baba bia e doosu bebre no e na ka ba expect say pipo a e bebiri o mani so director no na am say de obi say ba de say ya
but concern no more ye sa idea and who's a greater say greater Accra say no MPP ni NDC wo mo che voter region ay NDC ena sa ayi ho no bunu ho no aya na NDC so senya bi pa ena western region so sa
ena washa voter region na seats no be am from so aba no constituencies no voter region dey the don't 6 uye no a bunu east e ho so eye 4 sa 6 ni 4 nyina NDC na we need those regions no the right na we here no a baby to say greater Accra e ho ye miensa but upper west so NDC so stronghold ba e ho so say miensa bi
asemo
nti ama NDC for no omo kan se pa omo dwala pa bufu apa
na unse me parliamentary this time no NPP for no many abre parliamentary ni pa
right I say di o share list ni ya upper west there no so upper west there generally a NDC the upper west there ndie ni nyina ye presidential uye no si nchen a there ka no majority ni ye parliamentary nti ba bi wo a it is a western region the right I am fa Amemfi east enhwa de no say e ho na dwana kudom wo no the right I say seat ni enye stable bebre sa
ga before person mo je
e ho parliamentary no asema ba ho yes papers na ya print no enso nipa eto aba wo ho no
na my problem is nye is na be ka say bibia de na kwan mu bibia ye okay
almost bibia is set and na director dem want to say voter register no electoral commission say wadwie wa distribute bibia ye okay say voter register ni yoka o hwe register nim no wa nipa dodo wo constituency na wa print who papers na the extra papers na aka ho se baba ni send ye baby a o de be kwasi enso
nse easy se o kasa wo ye se dia obema amanfo atwa pa
director say on election day na ye to aba e say ballot papers asa e be free constituency so omo de be ba o be free say e bi ni ho ye free region at the end of the day went man to
mami we ankasa na se adwuma na ye ne because 2020 so still na no ye nya hu
results na ankasa 2020 results na ankasa no last one na declare ye no na emaye accurate results me nya 100% pepe Tiribata de me dwe say problem ni nyina ni o on election day amanfo asalai e wo voting center koto aba ebi a to say ya ye pe awiabatwe o koye say ballot papers na sound ya free constituency bi beba o ti hot amade na obe
and some day na be do and die ho
adrota no na wan hwa e de menti be ho ase beba
obi ntwe
because rota satam no so o ka dan yo mo say enye ya de o mo de ma ya ni asan ya free o mo say beba rota hona controversy no wo no but aside that NDC for so ababontin but before say be call no rota kitwa you side we beto so amame him say etinye bi bae say electoral commission akobie bag bia no wa bra na omukwa distribute omu election materials no e wo eastern region na the right way eye kofodua NC ye wa bra electoral commission e de niema no ekọ na ye hu say bag baako seal na e wa no enhya ho ase na electoral commission say omodwumadie na omuwie ye na omukire mu so seal no omohu a omo ku seal no na eye niema na omo sesa gu kam e na omo yi no e na omo susu se seal ne tiye but omo ku seal no
masa abato we no the way amanfo asia aggressive no
profo ni abre
MPP so break 8 NDC is still aduru omo so NPP 8 years no ma twa wie
of course
e na de oman ne ko economy ni mo e din niema bo e din ti ekwa bia so twa se omo beje akonwa no ana ko dwo chemate mo ne chada mo se third force a wo mo ba beje ade no nti ense amanfo ni abre
ka se bag na seal na eboso na te a
obi beka se opeso wiem
obi beka se opeso wiem but right nsem wo nyina chi and NDC omo director of elections
okay
Dr. Omane Buama ababontin
liki
edi nsem bia betudwa right nsem a o kan infa odi tudwa de
okay
agisi etie fro no ane ho
okay
na ye ba nkoma si akire
okay
Dr. Mahmoud Buamia so nkomo esan ewa
okay ti yan komre ba commander de munchemu nyina ebesan ba.
We have 7 days and few hours to the December 7 elections. We also have few days to the special vote. It is very obvious that the Electoral Commission is not prepared for this election. And we hope, shall I say pray, that over the next few days, they put their house in order. Why are we saying this? The officers who are supposed to be assisting the Electoral Commission to perform the task, you heard them there. The list is not even ready. All because they misinterpreted releasing of the list not less than 10 days to the election. Whatever petitions that will be sent to them, they would have to deal with those petitions, and even if they find some of the officers as not being appropriate to perform the task, because as they said, they are now training them. We have 7 days to the elections. They are now training the officers who are going to lead us in this election. That in itself is very bad. The next point has to do with what I refer to as financial loss that the Electoral Commission is causing. We've had too many instances of ballot papers being reprinted. And the last of it had to do with voter region. Look, as I told them the meeting, our people in the print house had the ballot statistics. The print house obeyed the ballot statistics. So the question is, how come in the voter region they identified that the ballot papers, the booklets that were sent were inadequate? It means that the ballot statistics at the print house contradict the data that the regional director and the district directors have in the voter region. That is why I was insisting that they tell us the cause of this discrepancy. Unfortunately, they just smuggled themselves through it, many words, without addressing the cause. And that in itself is at the heart of this election. When we were talking about discrepancies in the register, these are some of the manifestations. And who pays for these reprint? Is the taxpayer. The EC is causing financial loss. It may not be willful, but they are inadvertently causing financial loss to this state. Now, you are going to reprint the voter region one. Voter region alone suffered the phone start one with AHAFO, where the serial numbers had issues, and then it had to be shifted to a different company, Alt Commercial. And then we are also dealing with another issue regarding voter region that has to do with shortage. It could have been avoided if the right ballot statistics had been issued by the Electoral Commission. Let's put this aside. Another thing is the coalition officers that you heard us discuss. Do it in consultation with political parties. Not NDC alone, not GCPP alone, not PNC alone, not LPG alone, not MPP alone. They had not done it. So they had to struggle to try and state that, oh, they are not appointing regional coalition officers. But in that case, they are appointing coalition officers in the regions. When you go to the constituency and you appoint a coalition officer, you call the person a constituency coalition officer. But when you are caught at the regional level and faced with CI 127, you quickly say that the coalition officer that you have appointed to be collating at the regional level is not a regional coalition officer. Look, we want a peaceful, free, fair, transparent elections. We want the EC to be truthful. We've had too many errors dating back from the days of the registration of voters, arithmetic errors, too many errors. The Electoral Commission must halt. Do some introspection. And it is not too late. UNDP has capacity. They can assist them. They have been involved. The Peace Pact, the development partners were actively involved. The same way they should allow the development partners to assist them for them to be able to deliver credible elections. We don't want an outcome that will let us witness what happened in 2020, where the chairperson, Madame Germain, declares results, comes back to make a correction, and comes back again to correct. Double correction. We don't want that. Ghana's democracy is advanced. If they cannot add to the gains, they should just maintain the standards. They should not subtract from it. It is also refreshing that the assurance has been given that in this election, in counting, the presidential votes will be counted first, and also in the coalition, the presidential votes will be collated first, and then the parliamentary second. What I was trying to seek, and they closed the meeting prematurely, was whether they were going to use any other indelible ink other than what we know. Because from the grapevine, we had heard that they were trying to use some pen markers. It was confirmed to me here in this hall that yes, they were trying to use the pen markers, but they've decided to go for the original indelible ink that we know, that we all dip our fingers in. That is refreshing. There was another issue that I was going to raise. I raised it with them immediately after the meeting. That is per their own memo in October. They were asking the regional directors to empty the ballot boxes that were used in 2023 for the district level elections. When they asked, in that memo, they said they should keep certain items for reuse. There was no problem with the items listed, except for one. That is a validating stamp. Because a validating stamp cannot be naked before the elections. The only time a validating stamp must be naked should be the morning of that election. So you unwrap it in the morning. Otherwise, unscrupulous people who are printing ballot papers, and some people are printing ballot papers, and we are monitoring, who are printing ballot papers, if they know the identities of these validating stamps, will just go and replicate them, stamp them ahead of time, and use them, bring them into staff a ballot papers, and will create confusion. Fortunately, they've given the assurance here that that aspect of their own memo, they are not going to stick to it, and that they are using fresh validating stamps. So on the side of the validating stamp, they've given the assurance that they are not going to reuse. On the side of the indelible ink, they've also given the assurance that it's not going to be any pen marker, but it's going to be all the one that we know, where you dip your eye finger. I also raised the issue about the media issue. Because we should have a definite solution. We have 7 days to go. If you know what happens in media houses prepare. Media houses may even want to send people from the headquarters, Accra, to go and assist certain districts, certain constituencies, if they are not clear in their minds at this stage, when they are supposed to be giving the green light, and whether they will even be giving the green light, and what will be the threshold, how are they preparing? So if you woke up and it's on Thursday that you are being told that, oh, you can cover, how are the media houses, the media owners going to budget for all these things? We raised it and they said, well, they will get back to the media in due course. We hope it will be very, very soon. Another one.
Let's interrogate some of the issues you've raised so far.
Let me just come to the observers. You remember Dr. Tanko raised the issue about observers for political parties. There is also a variant of observers, that is civil society organization observers. Some of them, very credible ones, have been denied the opportunity to observe this election. So you begin to interrogate what is in the mind of the Electoral Commission, that you do not even want unfettered access for the media when it comes to coalition. And then some credible civil society organizations that also apply, you do not also want to allow them. And when I heard it, they said, oh, there's a committee that is dealing with it. They are the best to respond. They are looking at experience. And I said, some of these civil society organizations have monitored elections at least for more than a decade. So experience, they have it. All we are saying is that we want free, fair, transparent elections. Civil society, media are critical partners. And the success of this election must be anchored also in the work of the media and civil society organizations. They should let the civil society organizations and the media houses have unfettered access. And there are ways to do these things.
The name kono die.
Yeah,
The name kono.
Etwetwe o maso
kakra. Ebesra isi ni se omuma bibia nkotote.
Etwetwe o maso kakra because so hwe ya. Director doctor omane boama na sem ne ntietie mu ne to fa bom nyina ne se bebi a yapem so aba beduri. Eniema bi ha adwe se ebesi nne Electoral Commission entimi nye officials ya omo be kwa kwhwe abato no so no onwie mfa omo mfa antidiem e mo omo nye omo ntidie nwie
ona se first no minim se ye kwa koto ba a teacher foi wo mo ana na ebo ahwe so
omo apply na
no mo do ma ko training na
the brother o say aka na wotwa me ato aba
okay
afena omo a omo be kwa kwhwe abato so no ye frɛ from do ma kofa ntitiem na eno achi kura no eto da bi a say the officials no fa ntitiem wie no omo din ba ponte a eya political parties no kohwe dinim na oma check omo background obi o kwa no political party bi mu nipa oye adwuma party na omo din dia ko say nipa we die esu se we ni we ntie nyini mfiri omo titum na o say yi nipa be na firi back 1 week no da ben e na o be say adwuma we nyina dwie right no na nche o kire mu se abaye kwakuti observers bebre ebe free outside the country aba ye omo de application ba se omo person omo be observe election said here about to cause obi ombo observe no EC deny a lot of foreign observers say omo kwa mo menya access to abato no emehwem say dey na ekoso abato ni na outside the media asem ne bam say
me kwa me concern no
because osin centrefo no omo ye private institutions say wan nye ne ntem anka nkyere omo say ade ne ebe biem ama mu nyina makọ anaye miem na wo twen ma ebeka 1 day 2 days na wo so ye biem obi amra a finance entrefo no o madwuma wuruafo ekwakoye budget say 2 days to election yenkope sika yenye say ye bet yentotoye ansa na yakọ election the writer o raise that concern about media no
media na omo limit omo no omo nye careful
okay
2020 say media stations bia ni ento aba ni nwie ba na sa medias no o ma ye o ma dwuma wie o ma ye bibia wie anse o ma results no
media no cry dru ba bia say easy no wa dwuma ye fine a media ni yi pressure free so because
za
advertiser say ya chance ye
okay
so collect results
bibia ye okay a
bibia ye okay na boni bia ni obi atrima
okay
media na dwuma mba e be yi pressure free so kire say ye collect results anka manfo nyina the pressure egu so at the moment ya ubekwa kwhwe media house way omo resource na aba no enye official but omo resource na kire say political party will take huge lead ukwa ha the same thing nti citizens no omo be relax pressure omo dey to electoral commission so no omo be here free because they know say ade ekwa hawo nti dia ye de yen kan akoma nto yem na yenye ya yenye di na yen twen
eno na XYZ for say omo ntiase da
omo so ye de omo beko
ena we say dia ya yi say sebia XYZ say mo so mo ntiase
yeah
afi ebeko constituency bi no yeso constituency we no yam fam nipa
anko of course
you get it
ya mamu nipa accreditation ho
omo ntiase
ti wo be den wo ko wuram na writer finally dia omo kaka ho ana etwa to krai se they say ballot papers na ye de ekọ de di hu nkumo yi ya enye yi no omo susu se electoral commission no adwen bi ehye ni tirima ogina so a onye na dwuma yie because omo di nka rezi concern se register no anya pepepe a samfum so we nyina bi beba e ma yi sika se bibia pepepe na last one kra ka ho eye regional coordinators na omo no be coordinate resource no asa yi si no dan ho ya dan ko da adwe omo hu nipa ko a omo be gina as regional coordinators na nkasa the right away NDC omo concern na omo rezi na the right ye ni nkomo kitwa bi right before say be ko Dr. Mahmood Bawumia hono say nkomo ayedi right me mahwade bi din very important right kana wo twa me akoto aba afi na wodi obi efa aba 20 tiem the right na kire say nipa na nkasa no onya mmoa na ho for election because you old will be far about 20 team
dabi omunim dada o
rata omo ko omo ofi na omo jintiti na omunim dada
o dabi omunim di omo kwa kwa dada but hu say eye nkrofo bi na omo do omo koye say adwuma no
rata mpanifo na omo ye isi adwuma efa nkasa adwuma efo na nkasa omo ewo almost 1 year free afina sose ebesi ne rata voter ballot papers keke yen hwe na yen print ahanipa senator aba nipa 10 yen print 12 nko no ebesi ne omuntimi
kasa kwa na make no
right mate point na se mama mate ase omunim di omo koye na because ena
ndi men kasa bi
right ena bi say the okay say nya sa na te dia nka ba mi nwanwa say omunim di omo koye ampa anya sa anka 1 week to election electoral officers ye no omo koye adwuma also mudi obiadi constituency bia obiadi ko na constituency for no say this is the electoral officer oba be ye adwuma wa ha
hwede ko
ebesi na ye enti on election day ukoduru ho a nipa no say oye hwa ukọ na ne oye party bi coordinator grant say oye electoral officer on election day o bibi ka ye to aba
e kamera ko say isi we oya bon asene isi bia mahu
yeah right because the first election o supervise ye no and only the only election ye to aba wie ya ye declare about one results no kwa 3 times the second election ye oh problems are ye face me ye wo me nche bebre sa but ye nko election na me hu say as electoral commission obre ontimi ne niema o hu kwa be fa so a obekeka ne niema bom there are a lot of institutions ye o mo betima aboa because ye hu say electoral commissions ahodo a e wa Africa ha omasuma observers about country no right EC ni hwe na adwon so che omo a omo contact other members in country omo say bebi adu no ye hiamoa but are very simple na ye nya ni sanye sade a ebe ha adwon
yenko Dr. Mahmood Bawumia ona ense Dr. is it Dr. ni bofu pa o
Dr. Mahmood Bawumia
o nsema da bia mo kan economy enu ntina kufuado de ne baye kan wasam ni bofu papa me say me hu se Bawumia bofu say da
obi a abato na ka na wotwe no ebi odrota sane ye kasa wa anya de kura so nya abotre because ebi na Ghana fon so point ana
wa reply mu ni bofu
okay
wasi mu kasa Ghana for kasa dodo even ni titu NDC for waso mu kasa pa ma kasa but odie ye nkotie mra busua ba bia dunde ense ano eya de finally Dr. Mahmood Bawumia kasa no kasa e no asamasi but yen komre ba commander enafe no abig j enso so ebebam na ene abig j ewo news bi e de bremo to de o de baba chi quick one yen komra
if they say that we have mismanaged the city but then they mismanaged it worse than we have without a crisis me be kasa kakra about the exchange rate me person mutie because when it comes to the exchange rate, you measure performance by the rate of depreciation. And yes, sir, the rate of depreciation. The NDC period of 8 years, the cedi depreciated by 74% without a crisis. 8 years, no crisis, no global crisis, no COVID pandemic, no Russia-Ukraine war, no global economic recession. 8 years, 74%. Under the MPP, as at today, after 8 years in office, with a global economic crisis, with COVID pandemic, we have depreciated the cedi by 72%, which is lower than their depreciation.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Rata, minu ya bika asem bi o se. Ukodwa na ko hu se de aponche wonyema bedwa. E o se ka kire o se asem kese ofie.
Je de ubu bekire mo.
Rata se asem kese nsi ofie pa. Aponche wonyema yemfa ne nkodwa.
Asem.
Problem na ofie no eso. Omutwam ho ba bia entwa.
Se Bawumia ba beyese a obese na asem.
Rata, e ho na me pese me ka asem ne ko. Because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ghana for are complaining bitterly about exchange rate. Because Okache say if the fundamentals are weak, the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
No great.
And as I say, exchange rate in 8 years from 4 cities to 15 cities. Now, right at 15 cities, you count to 4 to 15. You deduct 4 from 15. Difference there, say.
I say percent na den na brofo. O brof na
e right Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say o tu kwan na odru airport na ohia dollar de akwa nipa na wo sesa sika na e mane misa ne say me per $100 ya me ma o cedis o misa ne say me per $100 ya me ma percentage of cedis say
semu
ada na kwa wo misa sa right da ben Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia e pese o sesa ne sika wo ka kire bro ana wo kodro bro kire no catch the brony so me kita cities me here dollars na brony ni so and you here dollars there o pese bia me per $1,000 and your mommy cities say na me ma $1,000 I don't know country brony say there be yem work ni sa but yem fan in percentage na yem fa percentage yem work na me ngina me nko
asemu
but dura bia logic and country say yenyi se bi atronsin chen na yenyu so yenyansa kakra
na me buy no that time me to make 1 cedi 2 cities and I'm a tomok 10 cedi. Also still, what the any yes in the panadian? Me made them at Yasia.
Not be Entiasia, the be. Because the way the Bema be our cassette, will be a propaganda. But then or mining propaganda. Because a drubia, Michel comment now, a bassa, or mining in a bear Jimmy for. Because say Obia be far dear from 1 city, and they are called 4 cities.
Yeah.
Now, check your intervals, not to 1 free for my 3. Now we say, yen te 4 zoom free 15. Now am I 11? Now we say 3 no. I know ding echa 11 na. But ye jituma ye niti ye nimu nyansa
too much.
Rata edruba bia obetime Jimmy enipa ni before some time. But ontime Jimmy nipa ni nyina ebre nyina.
Dabi.
O Jimmy nipa na kodruba bia omo be hu nyansa.
O yesa na o mai o share bufuo. Enti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sew o share bufuo.
Right, I'm shocked. But M1 was say MPP mpanifo a omiti program na say obi at ho silent obi at ho din
there be now commander so more propaganda o ma hyehyɛ say yen kosesa you get it enti okoye no illiterate
Rota
wo nko na guo
okay na Rota
wo mani afira wo nko na guo
say unim say mukodwa boase ana mukɔ program na mukofa obi asa edimanim na okokasa bia sa mo mukabo ma mukɔ nyina no obi ogira obi abum nkwase aponim se munimu nyansa unim se sa na tie nti in this case asama na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ka no obi a ɔte ho etie onya kwan mekasa nti ɔte ho no wotie wo na dwie ne se mpanifo ya muti hoi munyina da nyansa ne mutirima na
now yen hwa de wo ha okay yes 2016 eno na odi campaign
yeah
o set questions ema pakosie misata and yes oh okay sadi sana tie enti de yankoto abantia
NDC yeah
ene ye to abetia omo ne yes oh ade no achechem tu ni made brabe de ye maye uba ya o de na ye wo hye nipa ne de no last minute ayekoto aba no wo se ba be ka che se ebe ye gaga ya che se wo de no kwa no eye se nipa ne de no
and after that no in about so many years ni no na why you say when you onka ho asem biem enti as sorry a digital sorry a solar sorry a electric cars nkrofo niam nko na otaretare ho saa ena se sia kaya ye fodie ebe to ma eno so fofia ntoata ena nimguase ba ye no ena afede wo be kase ba exchange rate better make pe obi a woni ne yade aka no credit better me decide no se me ne wo yade a fort ne ba titu se ampa fort waba better na ye dey na sida
nanu ya cola omo motokas no ombedi hu adanse cola ukra 20,000 na ubenya bi enne age se 1.2 billion and can new currency no
1.2 billion
over 100,000
over 100 best 120,000
yes you get it and sasemo ube catch me say udi ene yesini di pane die na
abi
asa me na ko tifie no obeje di
abi right because asem ntwasumu
dabi
rota bisagana fo a na omutua edan ka rent say 8 years ago na rent no omutua ne say
and na Mrs. Pedan okra 5,000 Ghana
onya dan
onya bi
ana say onya
enso enkane na ye 500 cedis
ope single room 5,000 Ghana onya
bi
but obi ba be ka kire say ewiase ne nyina ekore accepted ewiase ekore but amai hodo na eka ye ho no se bibi nya ho a omuje omfum so tum se wayi nkoyie but Dr. Mahmoud Bretta wa nyu mfum so tum na wo se betwa entro ya soma se kwoto ade bra ukoya ade no amfa ma sika na wa amfa ma o se be ye nkonta ma ye se ye side wo kabiem aba sometimes eduru be politicians omuntie se bi se ye nduru soro ho a enkyere se adwene ani yetrim enyina ye nipa onim
ade anka be solve problem ni ye nki ye koto aba no na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebia wanya be 20% wonya 20% no bo sa se Ghana fo nim nyansa enti nasa me babie mu a makika me nsem ye
obe ka no kre no
oyese ya na se musa koto aba ne mana ohunu se no Ghana fo se mo tv
right I'm shocked because say sadia we na oko politician ko gina stage Dr. Mromia etimi ka asem we na okọ free obi an question obi an kashe ono ane party mpenfo they are okay right eho ene be me hu se o my way se bia nyansafo ni shampa because all right nyansafo sha
na dia sa na okay
right o se me ka kire say
oh my Ghana
na right ye was school ye less than greater than P1 for P2 P3 omunya ye less than greater than me boa 25 and 11 and 3 the hine less and the hine greater
11 net
the hine so na the hine sa
11 so
until 11 so until the right say Dr. Mbamia say 3 aso che 11 e ono na asem ono na dwi e ono na asem until ya make say the right do ba bia yan kan okre school
enti o se 16 aso che 4 e wasem
16 aso che 4 e wasem
na ko kan se obi se bibi di propaganda o
right
di asem na no kra ne ma yenka
anti 15 no 16 and 15 no sa number no eye pa eye kama na ye che 4
onim je okay enkeka na do nko a me sinkie mo ni sa di boni we da
right say na na do
but di boni a ye bo na do nyina no eye Bawumia
Bawumia ti said the last time o ka asem bi a kire ma dwene ho a ma dwe sesa ho na say na do o hwa a o na kire o mo ntro ni twa but me dwene ho say o mo na dia sa no o se do be kan no kre say sidi na ye hata ka obi ntina makofa Bawumia ba nti o kan no kre say onim sikasem
da bi
nti ono no sikasem enye ne lamfa no hu nsem de onim no obeka Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say o ye economic risk it wa bin afi ena ABF say ni mo ebeka ai honorable Adongo say papa ne so ye economic risk it they say wadani AY for you ontwetew because the right time be a baby young kind of grand trail.
So they can pass tamun and nam na say
of be dance.
Say ya.
The beer do no. Because we are in a country. We be catch 4 cities to $1. Airtime, 16 cities to $1. But yeah, accept it because you need control. Brother, I mean, I'm not big Jim Rana.
Na, and then I say, I say, Monty, a big Jim now.
Big Jim, I said, yes. Big Jim, or any Jim Anka soon, you know.
Omra,
big Jim, or any Jim Pant in Omra.
Dear Bawumia, you Omra.
Say, in a Bawumia now, be a
Metiano, can in some Adam slow.
Roger, say, Ninsam so walk can. Say, Bibin see a big in Swan Castle. You may be how because say, we are a big wabontia. The one I come, we
dinner, Tamanuna, I'm in pen.
the right time, I so assemble one cinema.
Bisha.
Say, Abadan for KJT, a Dominic KJT, Abadan for pa. Oko who said, O Master Sam mobile pipe can't you shedder?
Been shed who be sad.
One shedder who be sad. But a todoa, but them need me to go be so. But them new crown, I bring Edman. Can I won't you? And can you share this one cast the dino? And come up but them to the stand say, or more dream Yajuma cra, or Munko me but them phone, or my junior Jumaka claim to Munko Papa. Nessa Ocano, Nessa Ochese, a big ya bottom. The other say Ocano, Ocano do become, or bottom am mining to Ocana, or back a one cana, or best 2 free. Quick one say, a big ya bottom padia, and say a fina Matias, a big transit. Na yenko yes ahanti manakonya na yenko yes abegi trase abegi na bokore
sinama nyamyadu me hodi papa
na commander say wabodamu
sinama eye nokre
wabodam
ma bodam ama omai
sa eh
ma menchi ahefo
ubechia
na me nko Bawumia so sinama mesrew ane ma menya mama onya
kasa na
me kasa
Bawumia mana jimisa
na asema hame
kasa
me to nyina me yam hyehyeme ma oman konkuru Ghana
na ere de ze Alan ayi na wa hwede aba
say me kire se mani abre
okay
because papa we ya tuna kwini akofa bodam fo aba MPP mu
but obufo adidi atem no di
me di obi atem o
but adidi o de me
na komanda se ma bodam ma Ghana
ba me se
tie
ba me se o de adidi atem no di
me di atem
o say ye educate.
Okay.
You get it. You the atem.
Okay, Matthias.
I from.
The matter.
Na me sure say na good news ade ba.
Me de baba. Na ma me kwaje just so I
do the best chiri.
Na me didi wie.
Okay.
Asana ma ba good news na aye obi ade.
Okay.
No obi afa. Obana. Bawumia. Adwene. Enye correct.
Ene na wa change me di.
Se ma change. Oh, share. Pressure. Asam na matino. The pressure for me.
Yeah.
Me asam na matino.
The pressure.
Pressure.
Okay.
And the man am yam hyehyeme ma oman konkuru Ghana.
Kafra. Bawumia se dollar no mo kasa do. NDC for kasa and mo kasa. Se ye de toto ho ane de ne yes na NDC for de. Percentage ni o mo tetim free. Inflation ni ho ahoa free awesome. Atetie free ma ne de ne ye.
Ya da nyamia se de nyamia dum Bawumia timia tuna du tom se woye adwuma chen NDC mama kasa semran kire Bawumia 2016 na dollar aye 4 cedis $1 Bawumia se so tena on my way so na unimte na ma o man ni sika aye basta unimhwe abi yes Bawumia nyansafo Blabed di MPP anim ne bebo man no kay ko fa aboa ponche bra ne bedi MPP anim akanyanya
abigi mesrew
tie aboa ponche yedi na di MPP anim a kasam na wo 8 years o ko awo ma party na ma yetime kum bebrare because Bawumia fasio bia ni so fasio bia ni so anti Bawumia mebusa say dollar for 1 cedi, $1 for 4 cedi, $1 for 16 cedis. What's your more and some on our yard? Now I'm going for NDC focus. Oh, no, what the Ocasa na on Casa. The Ocan on Casa. The Bawumia Casana. Said you, me, ya me cow, ya muntimasi. NPP abaka NPP ti say yekotomo omakotomo no aba no hwe from nya enti we ena Bawumia moto aba ma no kodi Ghana ni ukwato aba ma ama Bawumia wonim nyansa because hwe wo hwe ne nsam no oka a chese Bawumia na adwene ka yekoto aba ye wura wo beto aba o ka kire Ghana wo say dollar ba bia odi Ghana aturu no ye mo se emau awodi ahu enti Bawumia ati Ghana fo mi ma me mo ne papa enti modi mu nsa koto aba ma Bawumia awodi ahu anti NPP mpani fo enti manya obia wo vision pa amfana ndi NPP ani
nyo no obi o vision
awo he Bawumia ye wo vision
na mama nchewa de NPP fo no mo ko bi a obetumi defend and throw
no what chantro and exact no man na kachi because what me twa go oban
ana omso mpo bi obetumi di NDC fo atempa
anti oban no ade ayem yese enie me how kase pa ni me o member anti oban no o ka cha se $1 ne board $1 for cedi ni board anti oban no obachi dollar up to at the safoma LGP ama ye nyina ye ho atwa $1 nkosoro enti wabodi 8 years afa wo sole wo mo sole 8 years no $15 cedis ana ye beto aba enti wo say enkofo na mo dollar ye $1 4 cedis wo so mo kasa
na so mo mehia covid ya
na covid
o ma mehia ntoko bi
na onim se covid anya aboa nanado covid-19 unim sika nanado anya COVID-19 wouldn't and not about that year campaign. COVID-19 sika. And you know what COVID-19. COVID-19 as well.
Obia for
and I know more yet. I know more dear. Therefore, cast about Nanado Luba never boom 1 time my COVID-19 the Ominai, which has so much about one. And to what to Anaka you are. Nagan Hanan, Ukraine war, press ego of my way. They are over to do you care why now can take on my way this year? And to Bawumia pa and to Umfell. Said some anti Umfell. No one I am was here. I am Yaman I am Bawumia. No man I want to go south of Black but both was money. Not done for and 12 and as say I can't 7 days. The Kotoba, Namasi there be, my father son Capapoya. I'm an embabon to Ghana for a mistake near Kotoba man. Ati oba bonten aye ye danyam yase
aso na obenya man for beto ama no
se omamo se bi oma adwene wo fom omamo adwene wo fom nti wankasa wotra se check NDC 4 years ana NDC 8 years ne check Bawumia one na na 8 years ne fa compare dollar no ko fa compare ya hawa ya kono na hwe se oboto abama Bawumia abra alan wo ko to abama Bawumia a onim aim
Bawumia ya ala se no MPP mu
enye no kwa
se no MPP mu na me chese no MPP mu na omo san no de Bawumia bae
se Brono ma boniti $58 million no se alan ba che o matu
sa
alan ba o ba che o matu enti die nanado ba yen se omo kro no no omo kata so de Bawumia ba nanado ankasa wonim se Bawumia e aimless
sa
nanado o ya wa se Bawumia ni hwe
sa
nanado o ya wa se Bawumia ankasa adwene ne nya adwuma enti nanado ankasa onim se Bawumia don kofo ne ba ye se e kon no mna tete apora no obaba be onim se Bawumia wa bon wontimi nye
oni vishi
ti nanado o ya we because nanado no kro no o bo no $58 million o de Bawumia ba kata so edini bafo robi ti se ala na ana kan Japan ba obato o nyina ato
na mama so e
anti ase ye party ni mu na me won ti mama so ba
okay so
party
okay
anti party ni mu ho pere mani from
emma
I just have from for me no na wan sa from for ayi ni yanko from for die atu adadi omu kantam tinanado no ba nya hyede ma kantam se me ba me menti wuto corona wo skana wo wia no
no
ayi sana omuka sikana mo wia mo nanado wo wia no medibi enti me kan wo so baba abonte na be enti corona na bombonte omo mani pa foforo enti empress mienu o pe president abagana now omo bompa e nanado o pe running me vice president abawo wiase nyina Omabon, I will go school when you share Casampoa. Roughly, dear, but we had 100% mature. Now send him, dear, no, the battle for my yard. Only be.
Hey.
Only send him, dear, and you walk a tribe of Bawumia, who soon we are aimless. Who got tribe of Bawumia, we are aimless.
Hey.
Because only dear, one Casatina send him to say, dollar no forces. $1 forces. And COVID-19, why
you came for Russia for more hard, Jenny.
Why
Russia for Palm Matata, you came for Palm and Toko more dean.
now Rosnan Cassana bomb lashes you on. For head or Muyan. Say yes, would a moment to bomb. Nanka just a member, Marco.
But me crack me, would say, send you Ukraine, Russia, one COVID park, $7 not that 1 city.
Away. Now, better than wire campaign. A better than wire campaign. And a dollar at the 1 city, a better no money, a man that for no wire campaign. And opinion to me, Cassie Business. I campaign scan on my dollar cost. I campaign in a Marabumus Bawumia or $1.
Debbie.
Bella Putagara.
Debbie.
I didn't in a dollar Bugan. I compare, so we are. Ghana for ya as you go from tea. About the dollar and about Mrs. Iron Bebre. Ama or trust idea, man. You do I see a bonapasso over no determining day or my no money say a 50 and I brand. I know Oscar. About 11 times.
Yeah,
11. Almost here. No more SS. No, my cat or mamma is school free. No, my cat says Ukraine war. Omo hwia opekro no pa na ababa na obobo senche na naro
ebi sida
ababa na aba na run ne vice president a twan troda obi sida aye Bawumia na twan do stay ogusha o twan na me bompa se ye do 7 December no ne ye de bechi ye koto aba ne ye to aba wi na se me papa Alan na kama boss papa because Bawumia de me se Ghana se ya to aba na wo ti se Bawumia wini a sa wo ne ma samati ya to aba na ti se Bawumia wini o ma wi a sa wo ne ma wo aburti aka ho se hokra to kai wo ha wo de ka ye to bom ne eku a ne eku
na oni aburti
na wo sa wo ne ma na akọ
okwe
ko to go kraye uko ni je kraye because Bawumia ye nipa tim mo sum
na obetima wini
oko wini wa he oko wini wa he
Ghana
awa o mai konkura
7 December
na Ghana nyankafo do so
aju ba je se Bawumia wini na se aju fo do
me say Bawumia wini aju fo do because the o mai ne kwe na awa mo galam ayo awon galam kokor yellow binu aye 1001 o matena sio 1001 no betina to adwadifo anti mo betima diga anti mo trase na mustanse kan no na di be 10 million kodwa unya nema bebre ane 10 million anti min to sport ampo na ba se splash du ko so abama emirates we ayam ya na ade ayam yese adwadifo na omudi dwa na omo sa di na chi no mbo sema no na omo sa agiska na anyam yese 100 cities enye sika bio du nga ka mani ye konkro omani ye papa Bawumia mo ba no ko mo ye na papa na nka ebo ye nyina ye nyina nka ye ntra nka e baba o mabaso because krono mo bo no na omo dia to swimming pool $58 million no but I campaign Medina tep so no one say why are there young one say and you
na wo gbara ne bu na afu
so say NDC forecast
and
Ghana forecast na yanka concentrate no we have say 26 no the NDC what no catch say or say so to mine mkura na kopopo sia let us wa bon kra anti Bawumia de wa bon direct obi a wa bob MPP abanwi wa bobo sia chi aban be hodo miensa na nan e wo oman konkron eso ye hu de omo de aye toilet kura o man timi asibi o ma che toilet ho bo eso ye hu bi o ba bia toilet o Bawumia che toilet ho so ba si toilet ba bia ye hu bi o man na ni pe o hu dinachi
ansa na obeba o news no so no ECDA akwa nsem bebre okituwa bi
na tinama maami we foot home. Yeah, they make an end on there. As now so you. The oppressor and MPP now, baby, I'm on now.
Hey, Abigi.
Huh?
Yes, okay.
MPP now, Ubenya, Uyaman, yet.
Into yes, okay.
There's some Yantiana Chamon to me by say, began to be and to name a cost with the somber Yabba. Easy. Or chess over Yabana man. I don't yet Chamon to me in Castle for the way.
Not the way.
Oh, I had the way.
No way.
But I
You are.
now I was a woman for Konya, but for some Yaba.
No, just a new way.
Now, mammy, then mammy, Nemo, ye. As she saw that said, now I am a NDC Alan, woman in the hole. Woman in the hole. Now only moves I prepare Yabano. Almost at the air. Now, yes, passing it. I'm before you. I'm before. You want person, quite a person, maybe now, or more bones, or more person, we are abandoned. Now, mammy, so never be so married. Missing a maybe a no member to know a safe for you. Now, boy, money a cray, so money a car. The whole gun I was some for, and then I'm couple, every child cat. They will deserve so in the farmer. They jack run now, Paso Bono. Scana Quagina head.
But I say, okay, say, Odi. Good news, be about a honor Dunana.
I see now my because I made the good news. Now, Menam Kumasia. And I'm copying mammy, or Batam Pappy. So, no, yes, I'm a buyer, no, Maninja, send me. I am a papa, Alan, or just Tamati. Hey, I don't think I was sent a Tadia Bahia. Yes, hey, woman,
what was Yano?
No question,
sir.
I
never said move on to screen of mine. Aha, Jack, Fatoso. Hey, Abigi,
Mammy, oil Batampa.
Wow,
when you was say, oh, yes, first lady.
Samu,
and yes, Samilano, Bawumia, Wemo. Hey, me papa Alan, you and I was MP before they come in your first lady. I break the earth, can you simple?
Abigi say,
Miss Mamma, I'm away. And I also for your first lady, can break the earth, can you simple mind before?
Mommy Patricia.
Oh, Mammy, I'm sure. Mamma, no. Well, lie.
Oh,
Mamma, make me whom I'm in a photo.
Oh,
Never will say yes.
Oh,
look from Cabas or Marco Ghana.
Oh,
that MPP paid for up to me, Pama, me where you free MPP more. I go for Bawumia, Samila, Pierre, where you first lady. I didn't think I'm a jay at the power of Mula Biba, my MPP. Mammy,
one into your first lady.
Samila, Samila to me on Fatakra. Hey, on Fatakra, first lady.
Are
I know way.
Sure, the gun is getting a quarter back.
Bag, 50 million. Dollars, no, the copper.
I put the poison.
Oh, mammy, gentle. Oh, Cassava to me say yes, or Cassana was say good so. Or Cassava to me say yes, we yet take fear no over.
Oh,
I know, Mam Cassa boom boom momo. And I can't afford the dear attempt. Mammy, what is a mammy Cassava? Oh, Cassa, I know what Cassa. Men, you know, I'm ash. Hey, mammy. Oh, I'm 500.
But me I picture any video in there. Me, I said, you say, no, I say, one pa.
No, say something can't hotel, baby. And I'm a tea in the casa. Now, say yes. Alan, my papa Alan, one yard the pole. 1 yard pa. Oh, when and then Kawase, Ghana for son muye.
Oh,
mammy.
Who's a non tankasa?
Debbie, I'm fat.
No tankasa,
Manatia.
but what boy, you my pa?
Man, mean she bita.
Now, what Mushan said 2008 and 2007. Emrana Alan, a German Kufuado say, Uncle. Now Kufuado so a shen was say, O free swa on never, but now O Jinano.
And now me passe me busama, no. Nasef. Failure. Na me failure. Hey. Some penny mammy na busan sasa. Na the better win. Na me bua for pasan sam no. Na ka me pase busan mammy na say. Adenti no ma kwan ma Alan dem ma Kufuado.
Oh.
Na ka be matentene Grandma to say Alan, go your president. Oh, got a fatan. So, now me fell mammy. Now, unim. Now, I am a jack. So, Hannah, but Diku Father, I am a papa, Hoya. But Dino Hoya, because what me manipulate you, I have a dual man. Oh, wait, Nanado. Shell a car. Wait, Nanado. And I'm not Alan Benman, when I'm for to how. Oh, now, Alan, I didn't remember Pala, I didn't know how. Oh, someone no Benman, when you're for, Kuko do for. Go when can you pass a jama? Not to what to say. It's you call it to say, Nanado. It's you call it to say, Nanado and him. Check, young Kafat in the colony. Who had Alan, president for the channel. Oh, serious, eh? I don't want monk upon it. I get no prayer for to hold it. I won't them. Cinnamon, I have Alan picture. The Shannon not when the first picture can tell on it. Can you ain't kind of crow? Now Alan be Papalan, Madino Hoya. Oh, and because I can see that. Who and Kawasa would deal my concronasi. Oh, won't go Alan it is a going at the public that. Won't go to the public book and that man. No go better. Oh, but you know, man. See, Omo Dija. Omunim India, oh, I said, Alan, ye businessman. Onim the way of a say, yeah, or man. The way of a say, yeah, or man. Okay. Or Bob Woman, why Obia, why a businessman? Onim the way of a say, Obia, business come again. And to send another say also go lawyer school. Yes, you who maybe a call lawyer. There be a couple of who so you kill her. There be a workers and me whole children into the. I know she am finding my penny and then I was failing. Nanado fell, Alan by a president. Kakana for your what way? Business. Gana by Pia flower business. No, what's right? Nanado or by a lawyer and what you Bobby. Lawyer and what was this here? Judges for dying. Right. Gana, oh, what by a mobile pay you my I'm not here pay you my same question. And Tianya, Yamokrono. Nana the same Mokrono. Near Tiam go to me and find Jaco. Nana the same Mokrono. And Kai, I was saying, yet is another baby, must say, Judge 4 dine Wessisi. Lawyer called to dine Wessisi. Where a president. Okay. Alan and I fatter. Can we cheer mamma and I am quite? Mamma Batampa, Yamishra, with a papa lancer. And Mawa Bamumu. That's you would 12 from 4. Yabama 70 Zaman, you melon. I cast a mammy crop for 1 year, my monk of 1 hour. Now, Papa and a papa. What? And Mawa come on. And my dear be a back. What? Mamu say yes, we are bad. We are pioneers. Went to some of you. Or what I have 8 years, 1 man carry who got an old Zomo for your is you had it. Of fast and fierce. Says Hamila, I can feel Patina Young Rose. Yet the idea 8 years, 22, and only do Kuni points and I why? I back in Tamila. I do Kuni points and I know him. Sir? Oh, want him to Bawumia. Tell Bawumia, do I be a cancer? One about Papa over 2 for. What number? Okay, some room. Fat. Oh, I'm better for Yamishra. Tell me, Papa Lancer. I'm out of Boom with them. In the young bit my own. A baby, you know what? I see her. Who try to see her. We would, you know, man, to see her. Near Faden, near Pamacro, 50. Alan bet me, Alan, $58 million on fire. The woman. Only. Alan, David. Okay, Bawumia Alan says here, aside politics, no see, your politics be more. One be Alan, tear, now what ye Major Alan Bawumia. See, politics at Tunchea. Politics at Tunchea. Why bit me a con anymore? Alan won the name called that. Not yet, you know, Alan Cast. Just a sick. And when it's some. But never gonna scan where you are going. Sir, Ghana scan where you are. Aye, Bawumia. None gonna scan where you are no way. Sir, now you Alan yet me tea Alan dinamita, mammy. And I'm to say a proper puppy Alan, I'm a big to family. What is so a cough from Debbie? Alan wo pobla na to.
Ko from da.
Onko from da akro for Bawumia de no what ni na.
Dabi.
Enye former president Kufuor na adi musu a MPP abaya. Uko kaya se manka. Nye former president Kufuor na adi musu sa MPP abaya. The former kum. Asa be bi ha me ko kan ya na aha dwen. Wa ye adwuma kakra. So aha pa wa MPP abaya. Wa MPP party no former president Kufuor. Eye no kwa.
Na ezika no necessary no. Ene ya bra be si ni.
The
value is the same.
the value is the same. Who the womb of who got up was a man. It's a free. You know,
Ada mienka. Ngwaro na change or change currency ni mi ho chire sa. Ah, emphasis.
What's our sorry I say Bawumia na best.
Bawumia be na best.
Better. Na best.
Observe the musi I write up with your beginning at 10 kan ya kramu nyina.